Hi there, Jenny here. Today I'm talking about respect. So, do children deserve respect? Some parents feel that children should respect their parents, but don't necessarily deserve to be respected until they're older. What are your thoughts? Please add your comments below. Here at Parenting Talk, I cover topics that focus on our future generations. I discuss topics that can help parents raise our future adults to actually survive in this world. My father came from the old era and believed that children should be seen but not heard. They are the underlings, and as parents, I was supposed to simply respect him for being my father. He was protective and strict, but there was no respect given to me as his child. When I had my son, as a single mother, I made the conscious choice that I was going to do things slightly different than my father. You don't always have to follow in your parents' footsteps, but I did pick up a lot of things that my mother did, so I followed a lot of her parenting skills. As my son grew up, I explained what respect was from about the age of 3. And I explained the meaning, and I explained that I would make mistakes, but I would own up to these. But I would ask that I get a level of respect being his mother, and I would do the best I could as his mom. Then, in return, I said I will give him respect for being my son, and I would explain that actions speak louder than words, and his actions would show his respect towards me, and I would show him respect through my actions. I would never lie to him, and he also got familiar with swearing, which was very young, with the way life is and nowadays, and we can't hide this. I told him I do swear, but out of respect for him, I would not swear in front of him, as I didn't feel my child should be exposed to swearing as he grew up, especially from a parent. This is something he appreciated. My son, who is now 20 this year, is my inspiration for this channel, has said that this was one of his biggest impacts in his life. He felt that he mattered, his opinion mattered while growing up. He was able to ask questions, and he knew he would get the honest answer from me. Granted, sometimes I would have to answer, I think I should answer that when you're a bit older, as I don't think you'd understand the full picture at this age, and he would accept that. Respect is a value that goes two ways. It cannot be a one-sided offering, and this is something we need to explain to our children. Saying this, we have had situations where we find role models like teachers, business owners, entrepreneurs, coaches that we find we respect. We have to ask ourselves, is this actually respect, or is this more admiration for them? You can respect what they have done, but can you physically respect them without them offering the same back to you? Let's look at a scenario. Have you ever worked with a manager who feels they should have your respect for being your manager, but you can't due to actions they've taken? Perhaps they don't respect you in return. How can you respect them when they don't offer this to you in return? Then, can you see the same from your child's point of view? You need to be able to pass this back and forth. You can see how this value is something that needs to be a two-way offering, and explain to them. My son was born at 30 weeks, and I was never meant to have children. He's my miracle. And as I said, I was going to do everything I could to guide him into adulthood, to give him the best opportunities he can get as a human. A child is a blessing, but they need parents to do their parental guidance. They can't guide themselves, as I keep saying. I researched everything I could, and I worked on my psychology degree to look at building up a great human that could manage his life in this world. The route I took has allowed my son to be my biggest supporter, saying I did everything right with raising him. Granted, I have made mistakes, but I've learned a lot. We have the strongest relationship today, and his friends over the years that I have worked with have also said that I do something right. And here I am sharing this with you because we believe that more people should be able to have the relationship we have. Remember, if you haven't picked up my checklist on monitoring your behaviors as parents, please go ahead and pick up a copy in the description below. And don't forget to like, subscribe on the channel, and remember the bell notification, as this also helps me out. I have changed the format of this video by giving you a view of how I used my techniques in my own life and the value they have produced over the years. If you have any comments regarding this format, please drop them below for me to get back to you. Thanks so much, and see you next time.